Hiya, welcome to Eve's house. I wanted to talk to you this time a little bit about my pregnancy with Eve, excuse me, and kind of the things that I went through and the feelings that I had, the thoughts, just the whole process as much as I can give you from my experiences. I'm actually just currently hiding in one of the kids' bedrooms, just trying to get 5 minutes peace just to do this vlog. So we'll see how that pans out. So as I described before, Eve is the youngest of 3 children. Went for 12-week scan, and the lady said, "Oh, I'm sorry this is taking such a long time." And I remember thinking, you are taking such a long time, and I'd not realised, which is a bit bizarre, but I think it being my 3rd child and nothing with the other 2 children, no complications, well, not during pregnancy anyway, I just kind of didn't really think anything. I just thought this is just, boring, snoring scan, we'll find how far on we are, and that was about it really. So anyway, she then spoke to us about the nuchal measurements, which I don't know if everybody knows, but is fluid on the back of the baby's neck. She said the measurements were high, and that can sometimes show complications. Sometimes not, sometimes so. We talked about Down syndrome, which I'm sure a lot of people are aware of what that is, and a condition called Edwards, which is another chromosome condition. Anyway, I was taken then into a room with a couple of the sisters, and they spoke a little bit more, and they talked about amniotic testing, which is where they take the fluid from around the baby, and they can test for chromosome deficiencies, however you want to put that really. Anyway, and there's kind of a little bit of an elephant in the room, I think, about termination and stuff. So I think for me personally, that was quite upsetting, really. Sorry, just bear with me 1 second. Out. So yeah, that was a bit of a minefield, really. Like saying, there's this complication with your baby, and do you want to terminate this pregnancy and stuff? It was all a little bit too much. I think for me, my personal opinion on it is, everybody should be given the right to that. It doesn't work for everybody. Everybody should have a choice. You shouldn't be made to have a baby that you don't want, but then you shouldn't be made to get rid of a baby that you do want as well. So I think it's just individual choice at that time. So that was that anyway. And they said to me, I said I didn't want the amniotic testing. Amniotic testing can lead to premature birth, to having a preterm birth. My oldest was a prem at 32 weeks, so I just felt for me that was just putting me and the baby at so much risk. And actually for me personally, it wouldn't have changed anything. Those test results that would have come back, I would have still gone ahead with the pregnancy, and I would have still had there was nothing that would change. So that is for me, that was how I felt about it. But it was kind of a minefield still of not knowing, and kind of knowing that this baby could be poorly and things. So they asked me to come back 15 weeks. So I went back, expecting again. They said normally that the fluid has gone down and we just monitor you, and it's kind of, we'll just get there when we get there. We went back for the next scan, and it was the same lady, bless her, who said, I think I found something. I need to go and get someone else to come and have a look. So she went off, got someone else, came back in, had a look, and they found what they called a congenital diaphragmatic hernia. And had I ever heard of it before? Which was a no. I'd never heard of it before. And then yeah, so they took me into a room again, asked me again about all the testing. I still didn't want to have the testing done, and then I was referred then to our regional children's kind of maternity and children's hospital for that to then be monitored. So yeah, that was kind of a big shock, a lot of emotions going through. Didn't thought, you know, that it was the start of our journey with Eve, really, and it was a lot. There was a lot of emotions. It was horrible in some ways. It took all the excitement of the pregnancy and all that kind of niceness, it made my pregnancy very tense. Made it difficult with 2 other children. She's got 2 siblings, as I've told you, trying to explain to them that we're really excited because we're having this baby, but this baby might not actually survive. They give the diaphragmatic hernias a 50-50 chance of survival. So I can talk to you more about that, though I don't really want to get into depth about the condition because there's quite a lot to go on about that. So I'm going to leave it there for now because I don't want to overload you with too much. So and obviously one of the children's already come in, so in the 5 minutes I've been doing this. So yeah, so I'm out for now and I'll see you later.